Batman with some little Hot Wheels. Whee! All right. Which collaboration you want to see next? I know a lot of people want to see like the 18 van. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know if there's what else could be they do for a crossover. I know there's a lot of them out there that could be done, but hit me in the comments which crossover would you like to see next? All right, let's get right to it.
Well, hey there everybody, how y'all doing? I hope everybody's having a wonderful day or night. And welcome back to my channel as always. I'm Deluxe. Alright, let's do another freaking Transformer review because I love some freaking Transformers. Alright, I went to Target tonight and I finally found something. Man, I found the crossover of the Transformers and Hot Wheels. Man, I'm so excited. These look so good in the package. I really don't want to open them up, but I'm going to anyways. But looks really good. I love how they come packaged. So you got Bone Shaker and you got Twin Mill. These are the first two that come out. And they look good, like I said, right there. Turn around. You got the Hot Wheels, Mattel. You got the crossover with the Autobots symbols and everything, which is nice. 22 steps, 21 steps to transform. Love it. Looking really nice. Like I said, I love the packaging. It looks really good. All that stuff. So yeah, really found something. Finally found something at Target I can buy. That's always awesome. So as always, like, share, prayers, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. And follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. I really appreciate that. Go to Show Z, buy you some Transformers, use Deluxe 32 at the top. And let's get right to it and let's talk about some Hot Wheels Transformer crossovers, Bone Shaker, and Twin Mill. Let's freaking go. I'm excited. All right, so let's take a quick look what they come with. So we'll start with Bone Shaker. They both come with instructions. Nice instructions as always. I like Hasbro. Nice pictures and everything. Really good. It comes with a weapon, kind of like a gear shift, which I love. The crossbone with the Autobot symbol. Nice painted red and white. And you got the gray plastic. That's pretty cool. Nice little weapon. And then with Twin Mill, he does come with instructions as well. And he comes with flame effects. So that's pretty cool. Nice kind of an orangish type of flame. Not soft or anything like that. It's hard plastic. But I do like the details, and I do like the it's clear plastic and everything, which is pretty cool. I like that. So yeah, there you go. That is everything they come with. All right, so let's take a quick look at their alt modes, and they look really good. So you got Twin Mill, you got Bone Shaker. I may call him Bone Crusher once in a while. Sorry, I'm so used to saying Bone Crusher. But we'll take a look at Bone Shaker, and he looks freaking awesome. Old type of hot rod, classic hot rod. Looks really good. Love the flames. Love the skull right there, and the hands holding the headlights. That is so cool. Nicely painted silver, and the motor as well. Once again, got the flame, got the Hot Wheels right there. Once again, yellow for the headlights. You do got some silver for the rims, which looks nice. And you got the pipes, looks really good. Once again, the flames. You do got some details in there. You got the seats, which are painted brown. They got a nice sheen to it. Got the steering wheel and everything, so that's very nice. And you got the back right here, painted silver as well. I like that. And you do got tail lights. I love when they paint the tail lights. It's a nice little add-on right there. And there's underneath. It rolls really good. Now with his, accessory, you can attach it. There's a little slot right there, and you just attach it right here. And you got that option right there. It looks kind of goofy, but weapon storage or whatever. It's always pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, there you go. That is Bone Shaker. I didn't call him Bone Crusher. He's flying off. And here's Twin Mill, which I really like too as well. Looks really good. Like the blue, kind of a turquoise right here. You got the translucent for the headlights, for that plastic right there. You got a little orange right there. You do got the silver right here. Kind of wish they would have painted all of it silver instead of the gray plastic. It would have been good. Gray plastic for the rims. You got the nice Autobot symbol. Translucent windows, which look good. Nice little blue tint right there. Go along with the headlights. Once again, the silver and the turquoise right there. Hot Wheels back there, and you got the tail lights as well. Did he have an Autobot symbol on him? I do see Twin Mill. Don't see one. I just got for the gear shift. Okay, that's pretty cool. But there you go. Looks good. I like it. Very nice. Now, you can take his flame effects, and you just kind of slide them over right here. So they're kind of spread out like that. And like this. That's pretty cool. I love that effect. That is very nice. I like that. So here they are together. All right, very awesome. Looks great. I love the car modes. And there's my wallet. And there's some scale for you. All right, back from transformation. Here's Bone Shaker and Twin Mill. Fun transformations, easy, nothing too complicated and everything. But we'll take a look at Bone Shaker first, okay? Still haven't called him Bone Crusher, but I think it looks pretty badass from the waist up. The legs are kind of, you know, I don't know if he has any feet. I guess these are his foot, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, not really feeling the bottom, especially in the back. You know, you got the exposed mushroom, which he does on Twin Mill does too as well. You do got a little gappage and everything. I guess these are the heel spurs. But on the, you know, from the waist up, looks badass. Love the head sculpt. Looks really nice. Kind of looks like a Grimlock kind of type face to me a little bit for some reason. I don't know why. But silver paint, you know, red for the eyes, silver for the, you know, pipes and everything for, I guess, his ears or whatever. Looks really good. Once again, all this silver, the red and the yellow. He's got some orange throughout, so that's very nice. So nice little color breakup, some black paint right there, or it might be just plastic. Then you got a little bit, then you got the flames on here at the bottom, and you got the painted wheels in the back. You got the exhaust pipes right there, and you got the motor. Looks really nice, but that's kind of ugly right there. That is ugly down there, but looks pretty good from up here to up there. All right, so a little articulation, look down a little bit, not much. Look up all the way. It's on a ball peg all the way around. A little add to it as well. You got the 80s woodworking shoulder pads. They're on a hinge. They do move up and down, and you can go 90 degrees for that. You can go all the way around. You can manipulate around that if you want to. 90 degrees. Bicep swivel. Nothing for the hands. They do go in and out. I kind of wish they locked in place a little bit better, but because they do kind of tend to you know, go in a little bit. All right. Waist swivel. Very nice. Van Dam all day, every day. You can kick up and kick back. Thigh swivel, which is nice. You do got some waffles as always. Nice knee bend all the way there. And like I said, I guess these are feet. You gotta, tilt up. And I guess you can use this as a rocker, I guess. So it's heel spurs as rocker. Like I said, just some weird feet. I'm not really feeling the feet and everything, but there's that. And he does have a weapon. You can use it in either hand. You can hold his gear shift, which looks pretty nice. So that's pretty cool. So there you go. All right, we'll go over to Twin Mill. I really like the way he looks. Looks very nice. I love the head sculpt. Looks really good with the yellow, the silver, and the, like I said, the turquoise or bluish type throughout, which looks good. Really good on the paint job. I just wish they would have painted this silver. That for the motor, that would have been pretty cool to go with that. But looks good. Got that silver, all that, and on the back, once again exposed right here, and they're exposed on that. Well, this covers it, so that's pretty good. I like that. But the mushroom peg was exposed, but I like how it covers that. That's pretty cool. But the back, you do got lots and lots of garbage right there. Lots of waffles. Get me some syrup. Yeah, I got some nice paint. They painted on the back, which is really nice. I like that. All right, so articulation-wise, look down a little bit as well. He can look up. So that kind of his side of his face kind of limits him from looking up quite a bit. Go all the way around, and there you go. All right, so you can go all the way up like that. It's kind of weird, but you can do that. All the way around. You got a 90-degree elbow bend. I think you do. Maybe you don't. It's close, but it's not the quite 90. Okay, bicep swivel, swivel of the hand. You do got these nice weapons if you want to use them. Waist swivel, no ab crunch. I could have gave him an ab crunch, I think. Bicep, Van Dam all day, every day. Kick up, kick back. It's a little loosey goosey. I could use some kiki right there, but you got that. You got I guess a lower knee swivel. A little more than 90 degrees for the knee bend. Not much, but I'll give it to him. Toe tilt up a little bit, toe tilt down. You do got a swivel, and you got a nice rocker. So he actually does have feet. That's pretty cool. And you can take the flame effects and use them, and that's pretty cool. I like that. I think they all should come with flame effects or a blast effect. And there you go. And there he is with his flame effects. He's kind of loosey-goosey right there, but there you go. And bring over ground shaker. There you go together. Awesome sauceum. All right, so there is Leader Class Onyx Prime. You got Hardline, I think that's his name. That's a Voyager scale. You got the G1 Universe Optimus Prime. I threw in a Legend scale New Age 6-shot. And there's my wallet. And there's some scale for you.
Well, hey there, everybody. If you made it this far, as always, I freaking appreciate that. All right, final thoughts on the crossover Transformers with Hot Wheels, Twin Mills, and Bone Shaker. Overall, not bad. I do like them. They're fun. Easy transformations to flip back and forth. Great death spots and everything. Paint-wise, they have great paint. With Twin Mills, you got the blue turquoise kind of thing going on with the silver. I like that. I do like the flame effects, and I just kind of wish they would have painted the motor to go along with the stacks. That would have been pretty good. But overall, the paint on him is really good. Articulation is pretty good as well. Both of them have decent, except for the legs. I don't like his legs or feet. I guess you want to call them feet. But I don't like bone smashers. I'm going to call him bone crusher. I know I am. But yeah, materials they're fine. He does have exposed mushroom pegs and everything. That's one of my biggest gripe is these things are $30 a piece, and they have tons of waffles. And I know you can talk your face blue and everything about the waffles. They've been around for a long time, but I mean that's just the prices keep going up, and some of the materials they do feel light and everything. This one does definitely for the knees. Everything does need some kiki and or floor polish. Tons, like I said, the feet and the legs have tons of just waffles and everything. Like I said, you're paying $30 a piece for these things. I do like the blast effects. I think that's pretty cool and everything. But yeah, and then with Bone Crusher or Bone Shaker, like I said, I love the front. Like I said, from the waist up, looks great. From the waist down, or waist down, not so much, for my opinion. And once again, waffles throughout there in the back and everything. And you got the exposed mushroom pegs back there. Paint-wise, really good. Love all the silver. I love the gear shift. I think that's pretty cool. Nice little throw in with the weapon. I love the crossbone with the Autobot symbol. That's pretty cool. And I like the chest. Looks really good. Both car modes look really good. I like them. Hot Wheels does a great job with that. I'm not a Hot Wheels collector, but they both look really good in alt mode and everything. So overall, they're fine. I like them. Like I said, they're fun despots. They're fun to play around with and everything. Just like I said, there's lots of waffles and stuff and everything. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of weird. But anyways, hope you like my review. Hit me up on like, share, spreads, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. Hit me in some comments. What do you think of these? Have you got these yet? I'm a little behind, but I finally found these at stores. I always love finding stuff in Target or Walmart. It's pretty cool to find something to actually buy, and I was excited to get these. But man, $30 a piece. Oh my goodness, man. I don't know, man. I think they're pricing everybody out. But anyways, hit me up on like, share, spreads, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. Hit me in some comments. I think I already said that. Sorry about that. Follow me on TikTok and on Instagram, and go to Show Z, buy you some Transformers. And at the top, hit Deluxe 32. I really appreciate that. And if you want to become a member, hit the join button. And I guess I'll see you in the next Transformer review. And as always, be good to yourself. Hell freaking Transformers. And good night, folks. Yeah, man. We're getting Hot Wheels. I think there's a series, the Wave 2 is going to come out too. So I'll probably get those if I find them. But yeah, it's always cool to find stuff. Good night, folks.